associated with crime and violence. But before the dark years of his life, the former sports star suffered some personal loss that would go on to change his life. O.J. Simpson's career as an NFL star was covered with glory and trophies, but the years after were not as he would have hoped for, as he went from star boy to the most wanted criminal. Simpson's name will always be associated with the death of his wife Nicole Brown, which was one of the most publicised scandals in American history. But before becoming associated with crime, the former running back suffered a heartbreaking loss that would define his life. In 1979, the NFL legend lost his infant daughter, Aaren, who was 1 year and 11 months old. He shared the toddler with his first wife, Marguerite Whiteley, with whom he had 3 kids. While Simpson and Brown's relationship was the most popular, he shared a long-term relationship with Whiteley, who he met in high school. The former couple got married in 1967 while Simpson was in college at USC. The marriage lasted for 11 years, but the sorrow of losing their child was an unbearable loss for them. In the summer of 1979, the family found little Aaren motionless in the pool. When paramedics arrived and attended to her, she had already fallen into a coma, leading to her death a few days to her 2nd birthday. While he ended up walking a free man from the case, he still ended up behind bars for other altercations with the law. Although the couple were divorced at the time of Aaron's death, they joined forces to bury her. After the touching event, Simpson went on to have 2 children with his second wife, Brown, before her death in 1994, but he remained crushed over the toddler he lost a few years earlier. Following Brown's death, Simpson was pictured as the primary suspect. This led to all sorts of questions, including if he had been abusive with his first wife, a notion Whiteley strongly denied. Sources noted that the police were once invited to the house Whiteley and Simpson once shared. Following domestic violence calls, an allegation Whiteley later claimed was false and made up. In an interview, Whiteley explained that the 74-year-old ex-convict would never have dared to be abusive towards her, as she would not have allowed that to happen to her. Whiteley was willing to testify on behalf of her former husband to help declare his innocence, and while he ended up walking a free man from the case, he still ended up behind bars after other altercations with the law. Years behind bars and in shame smeared the once glorious name of Simpson, held as a sports icon, but on his return the father of 5 declared that life is fine after prison. The one-time hero remarked that he lives okay and stays in touch with his family. However, some have branded his freedom as slapped justice, as some believe he should have remained behind bars.